What's up, guys? It's Bumpkins. Today is Wednesday, August 25th. Wednesday means New Comic Book Day. New Comic Book Day means New Comic Book Haul video. As always, I went down to Infinity Flux for another big old stack of books and just a couple other extra things, but mostly just the books today. Real quick, before we get into it, guys, I don't know why I don't mention this all the time, but if you are in the US and you don't have a comic shop and you need a comic shop, contact Infinity Flux because they will ship throughout the country. You can just reach out to them, let them know what you need, what you're looking for. And they'll hook you up if they've got it. So yeah, if you need a shop, contact them. They'll be linked in the description or tagged in the post or wherever you're watching this. There'll be a way to find them on whatever platform you want. But yeah, reach out to them, let them know what you want, and they'll hook you up. But we got a lot of books to go through here, so let's just jump right in. Starting with Marvel, we've got Amazing Fantasy #2. Haven't read the first one yet. It was in my to-read stack in preparation for this week. I didn't get to it, so we're gonna. Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, we're gonna hold that. We're gonna get to this at some point and see how it is. Amazing Spider-Man #72. I guess this is part of Sinister War. I'm not real sure. Haven't read this series yet. Kids, this is what happens when you try to buy every book that comes out this week. Mistakes like this happen. Oops, I didn't mean to buy two of them, so I just didn't notice it in my giant stack of books. So I got to. I'll figure out something to do with it. Avengers Annual #1. This is part of the Infinite Destiny storyline, which I haven't read yet. I think this is the 5th part that's out of 8. Yeah, so we're going to try that at some point. One that I read today that is super good, Black Widow #10. This wraps up the second story arc. It was really good, really solid. I'm enjoying this series. The first 2 story arcs that we've had have been great, so I love this one a lot. Cable Reloaded #1. I think this is a one-shot. I got this because it's part of the Last Annihilation storyline, which I didn't intend to get wrapped up in, but it sort of just snuck up on me in Guardians of the Galaxy, and I really enjoy it, so I'm going to try to get all of those tie-ins as well. And then one that I'm excited to read is Darkhawk #1. I like Darkhawk. I was around in the 90s when Darkhawk first appeared. Now, this is a different Darkhawk, so I'm excited to see what direction they take with him. We've got Extreme Carnage Riot, the trading card variant. Still haven't read any of these yet, but I've got them all when I'm ready. And then, I guess, Non-Stop Spider-Man #4. I guess he stopped for a little while because it's been a while since we've had one of these. I am caught up on the series. I probably need to go back to #3 because it feels like at least a couple months since we've had one of these. So, but I'm enjoying this series. And then another series that I enjoyed came out a couple years ago, and we're only just now getting annual for it, is Spider-Man Life Story Annual #1. This 6-part miniseries was fantastic, and I expect the annual to be just as good. United States of Captain America #3. I'm really enjoying this series as well. The second issue was good. Sam and Steve traveling across the country, meeting new people who Captain America has inspired to do good and help people. Good series. And then last for Marvel, I picked this up just because I wanted to try it out. Winter Soldier, Winter Guard #1. It's got Yelena Belova. It's got Red Guardian. I can't remember the names. Oh, it's got Crimson Dynamo. I can't remember the names of some of these characters. But I just got that on a whim just to try it out. Over on the DC side, we've got Action Comics 1034. This continues to be a really fun, interesting story. Superman dealing with sort of ancient Kryptonians. Batman Superman #21. I don't know if this one. I think this is the last part of the storyline that I'm a few issues behind on that deal with the classic Superman, classic Batman, and sort of their own story that sort of melds together. I think this is the wrap up of that, so we're going to see how that is. Detective Comics 1042, Lee Bermejo variant. Again, I haven't caught up on the latest era of all the Bat titles, but I've got them down here from when I'm ready, so that's just going to go in that pile. A series that I am enjoying, but I'm one issue behind on, is Mr. Miracle, The Source of Freedom #4. I'm really enjoying this interpretation of Mr. Miracle, and we'll see where his adventures take him. And then one that I read this morning, if you saw my TikTok, Robin #5. This may be my favorite title out of DC right now, other than my favorite non-Black Label title of DC. Robin is on an island in a martial arts tournament to the death. The art's great, the story's great, the action is great. He had a really great moment with a character in this book. I'm loving this book. The only one that I probably like as much right now is Superman, Son of Kal-El. This is number 2. This series, we're only 2 issues in, but it's so good. So this week, DC with the 1-2 punch of Robin and Superman, Son of Kal-El. That's a banger week for DC. So yeah, this one is great too. John Kent struggling with becoming or stepping into his dad's shoes. It's really interesting because he is really trying to figure out how to help the world. Guys, I highly recommend this. It's so good. And then speaking of Superman 78 number 1, I read this today as well. This is kind of like the Batman 89 comic. This follows the Richard Donner Superman films from 78. I don't know if it takes into consideration Superman 2. I think maybe it does, but I'm not sure. Definitely not Superman 3, though. But this was good as well. I made a TikTok about this one as well, too. It's not the most in-depth story. It's just a basic Brainiac story, but you're not buying it for that. You're buying it for to see this interpretation of these characters in a new situation that we've never seen them in before. So I recommend that one as well. And then, speaking of Superman versus Lobo. I got the Treasury Size Edition just because I've been wanting some more Lobo. I'm reading Crushing Lobo right now, but Superman versus Lobo, you can't go wrong with that. And I want to say this is maybe a 3-issue series. I'm not 100% sure, but it's Black Label too, so you know it's going to be good. So moving on to Image in the Indies, we've got Department of Truth number 12. Now, I actually did drop this from my pull list, but I think this was already sort of like had been ordered for that before I did that, so I missed number 11. I'm not going to try to seek it out. I don't even know. I might thumb through this, but I'm kind of done with this book for now. I might pick it up in trade, but I just every month that it comes out, it feels like a chore to read. I know there's a lot of people that love it, and I'm super happy that it has an audience, but I think I'm done. So one that's interesting is Echo Lands, number 1. One that's interesting about this is it's actually a horizontal book, as in the staples are in the top, and you read it horizontally, which is pretty neat. I didn't even realize that. I thought it was just staples on the side and you had to hold it, but I don't remember what the story's about. Big shocker. But I do remember that when it was up for, when it was on FOC, it sounded interesting, so I pre-ordered it. So I'll see what that's about whenever I get around to it. Ice Cream Man number 25, I'm way behind on this one as well, but Ice Cream Man is always a good time, so I picked that one up. King Spawn number 1, I got the Brett Booth cover. I still haven't read Spawn's universe yet, but I am all in on all this Spawn stuff, so super excited for another Spawn title to come out. And I had to go ahead, because it's Spawn and it's a new one, I had to get the McFarlane cover as well, because you can't go wrong with McFarlane doing Spawn. So I picked up both of those. Made in Korea number 4. I'm enjoying this one as well. I think I'm 1 issue behind on this one as well, but I'm enjoying this story. Okay, so I did pick up the 2nd issue of Mom, Mother of Madness. I didn't love the first one, but I think it's because I'm just not the audience for this book, okay? But it's a 3-issue series, and as titles like Red Room have proved, you got to give something more than 1 issue to really grab a hold of you. So I'm gonna try out this 2nd issue. We'll try it out. Siphon number 2 from Image. I haven't read the first one yet, but I went ahead and pre-ordered this anyway. I think it's only a 3-issue series, so I'll probably just grab the rest of them. That Texas Blood, number 9, I'm a little bit behind on this one as well, but a really interesting story. This is a new story arc from the first 6 issues, so I can't wait to dive into that one. And then Vinyl number 3, I still haven't read number 2 yet, but number 1 was really weird, so we're going to see where this one goes. Over for the rest of the indies, we've got Project Patron number 5. This is the last issue of this series. I've really enjoyed it. And I think there's going to be like one big battle, and maybe all 5 of these people have to help pilot the main protagonist. I'm not sure, but we're going to find out. Silver City number 4. I'm enjoying this one as well. I think this one would be, a lot of these would be better read as trades. And this one definitely. But this is a really interesting story. I'm 1 issue behind, but I need to get caught up. One of my favorites, Something is Killing the Children, number 19. Just still continuing the origin, learning about the origin of Erica Slaughter and the trial that she has to go through. We started to see some of that actually we did see it last issue, and it ended in a pretty good cliffhanger. So we're gonna see what happens in this one. Rabid World number 3. The first one was good. I'm one issue behind again on this one as well. But I like this one a lot, so we're going to get caught up on that. One that I didn't really love, the first issue, well, the first issue was fine. Ninjak number 2, the story's okay. I just, you know, the art just takes me right out of it. No disrespect to the artist, because anybody who can do any kind of artwork is you know, top marks in my book, because I have zero artistic talent. I just don't love, personally, I just don't love the art. I don't think it fits this story, and it sort of takes me out. So I'll probably stop after this one. Maybe if I hear good things, I'll get the trade later, but I think I'm gonna hop off after this. One that I do really like, Barbaric number 3. The first 2 have been really fun. Just a really fun sort of, you know, sword and sorcery fantasy book. This guy Oliver, he's really fun. I'm enjoying this book quite a bit. And then I just caught up on this one yesterday, the Blue Flame number 4. I just read number 3, and it's interesting. I don't really know where this is going to go, but we're going to read this one and find out. So that's it for all the new stuff, but I did get some dollar books as well. Just on a whim, Checkmate number 1 from DC. I don't know much about this. I don't know much about Checkmate. I know Checkmate's an organization. I don't know if he started out being just a character. I'm not sure, but I thought I'd pick up just the first issue and try it out. And then I did pick up Elektra Assassin from, I think this is from the 80s. This is from when Marvel had their Epic imprint. Elektra Assassin number 2, and number 3, and number 4, because I have number 1. So it's an 8-issue series. Now I've got the first half. There was I think a 4-issue miniseries in the 80s, or maybe like right around 1990, called Mephisto Versus, and I got the first 2 issues, Mephisto Versus the Fantastic Four, and Mephisto versus X Factor, the original X Factor team. I just thought these would be fun to have for $1. They didn't have number 1, so I got the next best thing, Alpha Flight number 2. They actually had quite a bunch of the Alpha Flight run in the dollar box, so I really wanted to get a bunch of them, but I already had all this, so I just got number 2. Just thought, well, maybe I'll find number 1 one day, and then I can build on that from there. So, for $1, why not? From the 80s, I think Wonder Man number 1. I think this was like just a one-shot, but I just dug the cover. I thought it was cool, so I thought I'd try it out. I picked up X Factor number 8 and number 11 to go with my X Factor run that I'm building for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I just sort of got roped into collecting them, so that's going to go with them. And then Classic X-Men number 3, just because I have the first 2 and a few more after that. Plus, it's the 25th anniversary. The covers that had these, I've got a bunch of those types of covers that had these character borders on them. So I just thought I'd add that to that. So that's all the book. I got a couple extra goodies as well. No big omnibuses or posters or anything like that this week. But I did pick up the Radiant Black first trade paperback. The first volume collects issues 1 through 6. I do have all 6 issues individually, but I just love this series so much. And this trade was only $10 for 6 issues, so that's only like a little over, you know, this less than $2 an issue. But I just love this series. The cover is really nice, so this is going to be really good on a shelf just to be able to pull off and just, you know, sort of read it and go through it again, which I'll definitely do at some point because I'm really enjoying this. And then I did pick up the first trade of The Resistance from AWA Upshot. I've never read this before, always meant to, and I did get the Erratic trade several months ago, which I know is a spin-off of this. And when I found that out, I kind of wanted to read this first, so they had it just sitting there. So I figured this collects, I think, the whole series. I think there's a second series of The Resistance out now, but this is the first one. This is where it all started. So I figured I'd try it out. Don't know much about it, but we'll see how it goes. And that's it, guys. That's everything for this week. I appreciate you watching. If you like this video or any of the other videos on my channel, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a sarcastic thumbs up. If nothing else, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you picked up. Did you get any trades, dollar issues? Are you loving Robin and Superman Son of Kal-El as much as I am? Or, you know, what series are you really digging right now? Just let me know anything you want to talk about. I love comic books. I could talk about them with a room full of people or just to a camera. Guys, remember, comic books are supposed to be fun. They're just another fun form of storytelling. There's plenty out there for you to find something that you like, and it's super easy to ignore the things that you don't. Just like what you like, let everybody else like what they like. If your your opinions on a book don't match up, it's okay, because again, there is plenty for everyone. So guys, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.